pay for what they own,
Cost to heat, water, lights.
yeah, it's all in there. It's the same, there's nothing, we reviewed this closely. Because the county hasn't been able to just put them in there on it, but they didn't, so, it's the same as prior years, other than the, dates. And the amount's even the same as last year. We negotiated an increase, couple of years, I forget if it was last year or the year before. I think you can hold fast on it, that's my suggestion at least. Anybody want to have any further discussion on this? Okay, in that case, I want to entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Authorize the supervisor to sign the building contract for 2026.
So moved. Second and then.
Okay. Jimmy made it, John seconded it. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. I'll sign that contract tomorrow and mail back to them. All right, the next is, security report. We're just gonna discuss briefly the 30 cameras. So when the union rep contacted myself and the highway superintendent back on October 7th, that was my first inkling that they had wanted to discuss this. I responded within the hour. I had a discussion with the union representative, Richard Whitney, and I agreed with him that prior to the town installing security cameras, that I would contact the union. Now, it seems to me like he didn't understand that, or maybe there wasn't quite the meeting of the minds that I thought it was.
Yeah.
Because then we had our meeting, we approved the cameras. Obviously, my intention was to contact Rich again and go over whatever concerns he had. But I didn't get a chance to do that because within 2 days of our meeting, we received a second letter from the union's attorney. Okay, so when that occurred, that was it. I was done talking to Rich Whitney, the union rep, because now he gave it to his attorney. So I forwarded it to our attorney for the labor negotiations, and that is currently being negotiated right now. So that's where it stands. Nobody got out of course. Nobody put the cart before the horse on this. That is what happened. In the letter from the union's attorney, they stated that no response was received. Well, that's false. As I stated here, I responded within an hour of receiving the email, and I had probably a 10-minute conversation with the union rep. And again, my agreement with him was prior to installing the cameras, we contacted you. Right? So now it's out of our hands. We're having it's not out of our hands. It'll come back to us, but it's being negotiated on our behalf from the same attorney that the same law firm that handles all union negotiations for the town of Jewett. All right, so that's basically where it's at, and we probably will hear back by next month. I haven't heard as of today. Anything has come of this yet, other than the two lawyers are now talking to each other about this. And I'm not sure what any objection would be, but whatever, we'll find out, I guess.
I find it strange they call it surveillance system when it's a security.
Yeah,
And
they corrected their language, I think,
Okay.
John, at some point. Nobody has said that again.
It says it here in every sentence.
Well, let's
Okay,
see.
very good.
You have everybody has it in their folder. You have both communications. The one I received on October 7th.
Yep.
And, that one definitely says surveillance. Oh, yeah, you're right. And the other one, the same thing. So they want to do something with this for whatever reason. No problem.
But just the highway garage, not this building, right?
I haven't,
Just
they haven't
let
said,
them hash it out.
let them tell us. I've asked our attorney that's representing the town to find out what their objection is, if there is any objection.
Correct.
And that communication has occurred already. And, I'm expecting to hear back that there's no objection and we can put the security cameras in. So everybody's good. So let's see what happens. That's basically, what I have to say about that.
Good.
As far as the vote we took last month, that was totally correct. There's nothing wrong with that vote.
Mhm.
Right? We happened to be 4-1, but, nobody got ahead of themselves here. We didn't install the cameras as per my agreement with the union representative.
Right.
And we still haven't installed them.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure what anybody's objection is on this. But that's basically the story about all of it. That's where it stands right now. And, we'll have to update, at the next, meeting. Best I can do. Okay. So that's a done deal. Next, fuel tank replacement project update. John, do you want to give something on that?
Yes, we've been in touch with Harman from RM companies for the computerized system, and we got them in touch with Main Care. And there's a note here for everybody I put in, just of the notes that we took. The meeting time not been scheduled, but the two of them are going to get together so that the pumps are correct for the computer system when Main Care installs the tanks. So they're going to, and then of course it says Main Care gave us a quote on October 1st. So Mike said he'd like to quickly review and resend a revision because it's now December. Can't believe the price has changed in 60 days, but that's what's up with the fuel tank right now. System, the two companies working together to make this happen, and they'll get in touch with us with a date that they can meet. Okay, on site. So that's our update with the fuel. So, and then just, if I may, it just jumps out at me, this $19,000 bill for a dump truck, I believe a plow truck. It was never, we spent 19, we have a receipt here to sign for $20,000, and it was never even approached to the board, no council, just no communication that don't we have a cap of, I mean, we got a bill for 20 grand and we never even knew we had a truck with a
That was,
problem.
yeah, out of commission.
So I just don't know, you need all of our signatures on that, I guess, to pay for that?
I need at least 3.
I didn't sign it.
Yeah, well, the vouchers
So
in there for
anyway,
you guys
just-
to sign or not sign, but I understand, and the reality is we did not know about it until today. I was not notified by the highway superintendent, which is a normal course of how this would occur, that there was a truck. Maybe he didn't know it needed so many repairs when it went in. We'll have to wait for the explanation, but, yeah, absolutely a $20,000 bill, needs board approval, bottom line.
Yeah.
So in the future, I'm gonna suggest and let this be in the minutes that anything over 1,500 needs to be discussed, at least discussed with the supervisor, prior to, committing to that. Or at least notify us of what's going on. We've never objected to repairs before, but we've never had anybody do a $20,000 repair without notifying us either.
Right.
So,
Right, not getting approval.
And we do need to know if something's wrong with any one of the equipment that we use. So,
Okay, it was my understanding by September 30th every year, we were supposed to get a written report of our condition and repairs that needs to be made on our equipment and replacement so that it can all be funneled into the budget. But we haven't got that report or So anyway, we'll work on it.
you know. Okay,
Mhm.
all right, next item on the agenda. Um. Green EMS, I'm gonna give it today, the report, so it's, Green EMS has sent us a contract, which we, have agreed to like every previous year. And, the difference this year is that the county will be picking up the task. So it'll be no cost to us, we'll still receive the same services from Green EMS. And the county will pay it. In addition, the mountaintop ambulance services are discussing kind of like a merger where the three of them, Ashland, Wyndham, and Hunter, will become like a mountaintop ambulance service. Hopefully under the auspices of the county and with county funding. Just supposedly there's a grant that they're going for. I believe it's 1.2 million or 1.25 million. And so that's in addition what's been going on with the EMS.
So we have the 38,407, that's gonna help us to pay Wyndham.
Right, we're getting that from the county.
We're getting
also.
that from the county,
And
and
almost 40
we're no
grand.
longer paying Green County EMS paramedics because the county's picking that up as well.
How much did that come out to?
That 1840
That's
So
nice.
that's the
So,
story with that.
savings.
Basically, so I think, that, we're a little better off this year than last year
Than last
because
year,
of
yeah.
this. But I wouldn't start jumping for joy yet because, there's gonna be the next thing. And at some point, we're gonna end up paying more. Just mark my words on that.
Mhm.
Okay, planning board liaison. The planning board, did not meet. They are scheduled to meet prior to our next board meeting. So I don't know if they're actually gonna meet on the first, because that seems like a holiday, but maybe they'll reschedule for the second. Either way, our next meeting is the 14th. So I'd like to entertain a motion to reappoint or slash appoint the following planning board personnel. These appointments will take effect on January 1st, 2026. Reappoint Paul LaPierre as a member to a 5-year term. Reappoint Barbara Bell as chair with a 1-year term. Appoint Jonathan Ment as planning board secretary. And appoint Renee Blinkwalt as an alternate member who will become a full member in April upon a retirement of Donna Bernard. So would somebody make that motion?
Go move.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Well, we have to vote for,
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I oppose.
Okay, there it is. All right, town historian report, everybody has that in their folder. She provided that recently. Um. Yeah, I think she's doing an excellent job, Elaine, and I thank her for this report.
Very nice report.
Right? Anybody want to comment on that, or,
I see we signed a voucher for her, right?
yeah, get the yearly stipend.
Stipend, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
she's done a bunch of stuff, and then we have some cemetery signs sitting here that need to be put up that she's bought. They've been there for a while. hopefully we get those hung up and whatever else she needs, you
On
know?
the summit of Tower Mountain, John Masakia, there's a cemetery up there. That's something.
One of, well, I say 14, but I think Elaine has a bigger number than that, actually. But the town has these 14 cemeteries, you know? Many of them are maintained.
That include that little cemetery on Merwin? The little one, John, on Merwin, right before 23C, in the back of the property.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
got maybe
yeah,
eight
yeah,
stones,
that's-
maybe?
Yeah,
Includes that.
that is,
I thought that was private.
that,
Well, that doesn't
that
matter.
is private.
Yeah.
No, that's private. And then there's a private one on, the farm, the Solomere Dairy Farm. There's also a private cemetery,
Over here?
over in North Lexington.
Oh.
Jewett, County Route 13. Just around the corner from the one you're talking about, but they're both private. I didn't realize, Tower Mountain.
Yeah. Okay, Farber's is right here. Okay,
Yeah, that's Matera Cemetery you're asking about, John.
okay.
Materas. It's the family that got my father's family up there. Anyway, good job, Elaine. I have two of these reports. Is anybody missing one? The historian report?
Big copy, got next one.
Good.
Go. All right, so as far as the vouchers, were they all signed? Because I'm gonna
Yes.
entertain a motion to pay the bills, so, just curious if there's anything we're gonna leave out of discuss, I guess not. All right, so I will entertain a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. We'll send those payments out tomorrow. Entertain a motion to accept the financials.
Motion. I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes, finances are accepted.
I may.
Yeah, you may.
May I speak?
Ooh,
Just something, we're sharing, the two fire departments, Jewett and East Jewett. They've came to us at our fireman's dinner. East Jewett, of course, was invited with the other towns. And they're gonna come and have a meeting with us in February, at our normal February meeting. About talking about dissolving East Jewett's fire department.
Yeah.
And having us take over the entire district.
Wow.
So it's a lot to talk about. It's a big area from one end of town to the other. We would have to take over their fire department as a substation. Our
Oh,
insurance
so you
would
would keep, you
double
would keep East Jewett as a
a
substation?
substation.
Okay.
We'd have to insure heat. We'd have, we'd also have to have some sort of a recruitment, big plan to try to get some more young,
Yeah,
volunteers, which is hard in every district, I think, getting harder and harder. But it's something that, we're discussing between the two fire departments, and we're gonna be discussing it here,
it was like official request, right?
Yes.
They want you guys to take over and
yes. So,
John, are there any more members from East Jewett? that are
again, we're
active?
gonna talk about that in February. Yeah, but they're over 70 years old. It's, the last fire they had on Boy Scout Road, they were toned out twice, and Haynes Falls was to the fire before
Right.
they got there. So it's just something that's inevitable with our small towns and our
Sure, yeah.
communities, and so it's something that we're gonna be discussing and trying to resolve.
there's also discussion on
Changing the whole
boundaries
the
of the
boundaries of
districts, right?
possibly Hensonville, Haynes Falls, and Jewett. We just need to, it's
Yeah,
gonna take
yeah,
months
sit down
to
and
kind
talk
of figure
about
out. We're gonna get some maps and try to figure out, this weekend. We formed a council about dry hydrants and, I'm on the council with the assistant chief, and we're actually gonna go look at different places to put dry hydrants in next to ponds, next to the road. So in the winter time, we can get, but it's a big process through DEP and
Like what's.
with the pipe coming in.
Lawn there that comes out of the pond that they tap into
Right,
like
right.
that.
But you
Okay.
need permits to do it because it's DEP water.
Of course.
So we're starting that application process as well and looking for, we have one on Hesley Road. We've got to notify the homeowners and, another one on Round Hill Road we're looking at. And if we're gonna start working into the East Jewett area, we wanna try to get a few of these dry hydrants so that it's easy to get to water instead of going back to Hensonville and using a fire hydrant, which we did during Peck Road Farm, Pelham Fire. So different things we're looking at there. So I wanted everybody to be aware.
That would be good.
You
That
take,
would be
when you
good.
go in there, you let them know that our board is supportive, I'm saying,
Yep,
to anything that continues to give us fire protection. We're
right.
currently funding both fire companies separately. We're obviously happy to continue doing that, you know what I'm saying, getting the money
I think we're
come in there, you know?
maybe one of the two only independent fire departments in the county that's not owned by the town.
Yeah, it's definitely
Or
different deal that we have
incorporated
here
and-
in Jewett.
East Jewett and Jewett were independently owned, so it's,
I mean, we knew this was coming. I thought it was 5 to 10 years away. Apparently it's 5 minutes away. It's right now, you know, so.
and I even said, geez, and in 10 years, we're gonna be 70. Who's gonna be?
Right.
But
You
maybe
gotta
it'll be a
get the
new
young-
plan by then.
You gotta get young people, and they got a couple young members in East Jewett also.
Yeah,
I know
we just got a
Nathan's
couple new
kids are
members
in
and
there
I have a
now.
list of people to go see again and what got me to kind of rejoin up that I've always been a fireman, but I moved out of town and they put, is there a fire within you, out on the bulletin board, and it made me wheel back in there. But we do have to come up with a good slogan or an idea of to recruit
And what did you
more
call
people.
What did you call it? A dry what?
Dry hydrant.
Dry hydrant. Are they
Yes.
expensive?
Yeah, they're gonna cost you probably, a couple $1,000 a piece by the time you get the right strainers and the 80 schedule 80 pipe, which is 8-inch and then reduces to 6-inch.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have the plan. And then you have to excavate and there's a bunch of,
All right, I'm asking, oh, it's good. That'd be good to know. That'd be great if you did that.
yeah, sure would.
Yeah, for us anyway.
Well, look,
Yep.
our board is gonna be supportive of whatever your fire company can come up with here to keep
Okay, I'll
keep
pass
them
that
in
along.
business.
Yep.
I mean, right, you guys, that's how I feel, right?
Yeah, of course.
We don't have,
John, is
yeah.
Hensonville, are they willing to take on?
Again,
A little bit
we're
more
gonna
district.
include them in the meeting in February and get everybody on board with this.
They know they're a strong company.
Right, and they do come this way for East Jewett.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As does Haynes Falls,
Yep.
Yeah.
and Haynes Falls guys work.
Haynes Falls, Tannersville now.
Right, they're merged, right?
They merged.
Yeah,
Well, they will be in January 1st.
Oh,
right, so, okay.
Yeah, Jewett seems like a retirement town, we have no town like Hunter, Tannersville, there's commercial, there's people there working, there's people involved. Where Jewett, we have no, no young people, no gas stations, no people.
You have a post
You know.
office.
Yes, but yeah,
That's about
yes,
it.
yeah, 4 hours a day. But anyway, it's hard to find people. So that's what's going on there, and we'll keep everybody posted from the new year. Yeah.
All right, let's, keep our fingers crossed on that working out somehow. Cause what's the next alternative?
Yeah, well, the town could buy the 2 fire departments and run it like the rest of the town. As an option we haven't talked about. So I don't know.
Okay.
If it's too big. Or if we have the other neighboring towns don't want to get involved, Hensonville, I don't know, well, that wasn't even talked about, you know, I hope we don't see this in the
This is the
newspaper, you know.
first time, right, the first time we hear
Because
about it, right.
our first meeting's really in February, so
Yeah,
this
we're
is
gonna,
kind of an in-house discussion, but
right,
it's
let's
it's
respect,
going on,
let's respect all fire companies and see what they can work out.
please.
And yeah,
Yes.
we'll do our best to support that, whatever it is they work out. That's
Of
my
course, yes,
summary of it, I think.
absolutely.
Okay.
So with that said,
Um. Any public have anything to add tonight? No? Okay. All right, on that note, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting, I guess.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
All
Aye.
right,
Any opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Have a good night. Drive safe, everybody.
Yes.
Have a happy Merry Christmas.